So yes, last few days I was unable to take the class because of the clash in the timings. Hope I'm audible. Okay. So as per our schedule,
Yes,
I
sir.
will try to cover the certain chapters, and also we'll try to confine our discussion to those practical aspects that we discussed in our first class. Okay. So I'm not going to repeat the sections as such, but I'll go through those sections which are important and also try to explain the meaning of the terms which are mentioned in those sections. We start with, uh, we'll revise what we have read so far, what we have discussed so far. Now, uh, Shashwat is there? और Shashwat नहीं है यहाँ पे. So Shashwat, yeah, Shashwat has not joined. Okay. So, so what we have studied is basically we have talked about, the code. What is a criminal procedure code? What is the extent? Okay. And we have also gone through the categories of a court, categories of magistrates. We have discussed what are the executive magistrates, what are the judicial magistrate. We have also discussed the important provision related to arrest. I gave an assignment also regarding the arrest. I'll discuss the same with you. The end, the 41B, we talked about the arrest provisions and what were the amendments in the CrPC also, and how these Supreme Court judgments have guided the reformations and amendment in the CrPC. So those things we have already discussed. Now today I'll also try to, have highlighted certain portion in a book and also try to explain those things. Okay. Yeah, minute. I just wanted to share with you these things because that's when you, especially those students who are doing the law and who are not in a practice, what you'll see that there are a number of provisions in the CrPC, but CrPC per se is not a very exhaustive code. You say exhaustive code, which means that every solution you can find in the code. Okay, so what you see that in the criminal jurisprudence also or the criminal trial, there may be certain situation where you'll not be able to find the answer within the code. So that is why there has been a provision of inherent power of the courts. But one thing you should always keep in mind, this inherent power or other powers which we generally talk about is generally confined to the high courts and the Supreme Courts. Okay, so lower courts do not have an inherent power. Inherent power means it's like a wider power. It's like a veto power that in the interest of a justice you can disregard. I mean, though it's not written, but I'll say that you can disregard or you can make an interpretation of the provisions of a code. Lower courts. When I talk about lower courts, which means session court and magistrate courts at a district level, cannot, interpret the provisions of the code, cannot interpret provisions of the constitutions. But High Court and then Supreme Court, they can interpret it, and they can, in the interest of justice, they can also come out with those provisions, can grant the relief which is not mentioned in the code. So that is why you'll see that in the court also, if you go through the cause list, you'll find that there are many petitions which are filed under section 482 of the code. So I'm talking about 482 at this stage because I'm trying to explain to you that code is not exhaustive. If somebody says that whether the CrPC is exhaustive code, your answer should be it's not a very exhaustive code. So that is why there is a provision for the 482, section 482. Then also that there's also an important point I would like to share with you. One is, of course, we have dealt with the separation of the power and those aspects. Magistrate we have already covered. So, second important thing for as a criminal lawyer, one should not only go through the CrPC but also go through the Indian Police Act. 1861. So Police Act and regulations are also important to understand CRPC and also to understand how these police investigations work. Okay, so we have to also take things in our mind that definition clause 2, where A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, and all, we have the different definitions of the terms which are being used. So those things also we should keep in mind. In fact, yesterday I was discussing that, when there are definition related to public servant and how this definition got changed, added with the various judgments, and it has helped in the implementation of certain laws, for example, Prevention of Corruption Act. So those things also keep in mind. So when you go through this CRPC, try to make a connect with the other laws as well, and especially when the terms which are used, for example, police station, I can explain you. So police station in there is a section, I think 2S, talk about police station. Now, police station is, I mean, basically it's a territorial divisions. So a district is divided into different police stations. Okay, generally a block level, there is a one police station. But many times we have seen that in a certain block also there can be two police stations. Many times it is possible also that a court, not court, state government can wider the jurisdiction of a police station. So how to give an example in this context is basically, uh, generally it is believed when we talk about police station, for example, we say Thana Gomti Nagar. So Thana Gomti Nagar means my jurisdiction is towards the Gomti Nagar. So if I have to arrest somebody for committing a crime outside a Gomti Nagar, can I arrest them? I'm posing this question for everyone to answer, especially the interns. So if somebody commits a crime, let's say in Aliganj, so can a person from a police station, let's say SHO, Kumti Nagar, can come and arrest this person? It's very important because कभी कभी ना आप लोग निकल जाते हैं definition, तो मैं इसलिए ना practical side में थोड़ा बताने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. Tell me.
So I would like to try. I don't exactly know the provision, but I think for cognizable offences, it's possible for some other SHO from the jurisdiction of a different police station to arrest. So across.
Okay, so if he arrests, ठीक है, let's say for example, as you said, Aliganj में कुछ crime होता है and the SHO of Gomti Nagar comes and arrests the person. Okay, and this person is in Aliganj. So कहाँ पे ले जाएगा? And where his FIR get registered? Where the FIR will be registered?
So I think so. I've read about this, that FIR can be registered at any of the places. So at Aliganj only.
That's okay. That is provision 0 FIR. But ठीक है, 0 FIR होगी फिर transfer होगी. ठीक है? Got my point? But I am saying that this person has committed an offense in Aliganj. Okay. Now you say that somebody from the Gomti Nagar SHO comes and arrests the person. So SHO Gomti Nagar do not have any power as such to bring those person to the Gomti Nagar police station and put in the lockup. Okay. What maximum he can do? There are certain provisions in CRPC, as we have studied, that police can arrest a person, private individuals can arrest a person, magistrate can arrest a person, but he has to take those person to the nearest police station. Okay. What if the complainant is under the Gomti Nagar jurisdiction? Okay, I'll come to that point also. It's a very important point Sanjana has raised. So let me finish it and then also I'll come to that. So now this a crime is committed and now there is no NFIR which is registered. Got my point? यहाँ पे संजना और आपके क्वेश्चन में एक फर्क ये आ जाता है कि यहाँ there is no FIR is being registered before this crime has happened. वो crime commit करता है and crime is committed at this place. Somebody calls to the SHO Gomti Nagar police comes. He will arrest technically and legally. What he has to do, he has to bring to the Aliganj Thana and then it will be executed by those police officers who are being deployed and stationed at Aliganj. Okay, complainant part, of course. Let's say I am residing in Gomti Nagar. I make a complaint, and this complaint turns into an FIR at Gomti Nagar. Then Gomti Nagar police has a power to go beyond and arrest the person. That is another issue. What I'm trying to say that jurisdiction of a police station plays a very important role. Okay. Now, state government can widen the jurisdiction of the police station. I'm giving this example because let me explain to you within a couple of minutes. You'll appreciate the points what I'm saying. Now, what has happened in the anti-corruption bureau? This anti-corruption bureau, they function as also, they are also an arm of a police. Okay. Now, what happens that they are given a wide mandate under the Prevention of Corruption Act. Now, their branch, head office, is generally declared as a police station. Okay, with a jurisdiction over whole of the state, and that is why they can go anywhere, make an arrest, and bring the culprit to the main headquarters as well. They can also get this FIR registered in other police stations as well. So this is the difference. So when you talk about police station is not just a nomenclature, but police station comes with a jurisdiction. Okay, and this jurisdiction is decided by the state government. The state government can widen it. State government can, restrict it. So got my point. What I'm trying to say that jurisdiction of a police station also plays very important role in criminal proceedings. And that is why I say, depending on the crime, okay, when you as a judge, when you as a police officer, or when you as a lawyer gets a copy on a FIR where the sections are mentioned, try to just go through those sections and the applicability of those sections in your case. That is very important. ठीक है, आगे किसी को समझ में नहीं आ रहा तो we can discuss.
So,
बोलोगे नहीं तो फिर मेरे को.
So it will be great if you can again explain the concept of like the essential example that you have given. If crime is committed in some other jurisdiction, the police, SHO of some other jurisdiction can arrest that person. So that point.
Sorry, Human, can you repeat your?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, I think there's some issue with. Yeah, can you please repeat?
Yes, sir. So can you please explain that point again? That if crime is committed in a particular jurisdiction, and if an SHO of some other jurisdiction can arrest that person or not, sir.
What I'm saying that depending on whether this Thana has a jurisdiction or not, the arrest can be. See, if something happens, not only the SHO, depending on what nature of what is their crime. If a cognizable offense, anybody can arrest. It doesn't differentiate between the police officers, magistrate, or a private person. But where he has to bring, that is very important. Got my point? If somebody is a crime, now there is a situation. Let me explain to you. There is a situation, as I was pointing out, that crime is being committed in Aliganj. This is not the case that an FIR get lodged in the Gomti Nagar. So there are two scenarios. One scenario, crime gets done in the Aliganj. Now the SHO Gomti Nagar can arrest this person, if he is there, he can arrest this person, okay, and bring this person to the Aliganj Thana. He cannot bring those person to the Gomti Nagar until unless there is an FIR which is registered in Gomti Nagar by a complainant, and this crime is in relation to that FIR. That is one point. Second point, I am saying that many times in the especially which the laws involves the special rule, special class. For example, I'm talking about Prevention of Corruption Act. When the headquarter of any organization like ACB, or where in the state you have a Lokayukta, for example, MP has a Lokayukta police, then in that case, the headquarter is declared as a police station and its jurisdiction becomes the whole state. So jurisdiction is not divided into the different thanas. That is my point, what I'm trying to say. So until unless there is no bar on the person or the police officer or magistrate to arrest the person who has committed a cognizable offense. Okay, but this FIR has to get registered into the local Thana. That is one thing. But
Yes,
in
sir.
case,
Sir,
as
one thing.
Sanjana has said, hello.
Yes, sir. I wanted to add something that I just wanted to ask that can this situation that you have explained to us, can this be related to the case of Vikas Dubey, who was certainly arrested in Ujjain. He committed the crime and he was resident of Kanpur Dehat, and the FIR was registered in Kanpur Dehat. But the police of Ujjain had arrested them, and he was supposed to be taken into custody in the Thana where the FIR was registered. But he could not be kept in the custody of the Thana where he was caught. So what? Even if an FIR is
In
registered in
that,
that particular,
Sir,
you
a
may
similar
continue, sir.
question. Sir, even I have a
sorry,
similar
sir.
question, so you can answer accordingly, sir. Sir, hello.
Ah, yeah,
Yes, sir.
audible.
So, sir, like as we are dealing with one NDPS case of Ghulam Ali, maybe you are aware with that case. So, in that case, sir, STF has taken the accused in the custody from the jurisdiction of Thakurganj area, police station of Thakurganj, and arrest and a search of that person was shown before the under the Gazipur police station, sir. So, like, sir, in this case, how we can, I mean, इसको कैसे सर समझेंगे कि STF का अरेस्ट है, jurisdiction सर ठाकुरगंज का है, and then area सर गाजीपुर का है.
So वही मैं कह रहा था.
Also,
Coming to this
one more
question.
point, sir.
Hmm.
Sir,
Sir.
before you answer this, sir, I just wanted to know, you have explained till the point of registering the FIR and the police capturing that particular person who is named in that FIR. But what about, and that person is to be presented before the magistrate within 24 hours after the arrest. But in these 24 hours, if the person has to be taken into the police custody, in which Thana's police custody, in which Thana's police can take him into custody? Can he be, if like, for example, Vikas Dubey has been arrested in Ujjain, could he be kept in the Ujjain police station, or is it necessary to bring him back to the place where the FIR was registered before presenting him to the magistrate? That is one thing I also want to know.
One thing is, Rishabh, that he will be presented at the nearest police station. Okay, so and this police will get a transit remand. So I have not gone through this. I'll explain in later stage about a transit demand. I mean, if you Google it also, it's an important concept of a transit remand. Okay, so and also one section we have been also dealing with pursuit of offenders. So in this case, for example, Vikas Dubey, he got this UP police and MP police may have done the joint operation. Okay, and he he got arrested in Ujjain. So from that there, the police must have got the transit remand. Okay, so getting a transit remand is more like an order from the magistrate that you can move to a particular location. Okay, so in that scenario, the 24 hours is not counted as such. Okay, so there is a concept in transit remand. I'll explain in detail, and that's very important also. So arrest can take place, that's what I say, in XYZ location. Okay, but the individuals, because if you go through this case also, this in the Punjab in famous case also, where there are multiple of FIRs who are being basically registered under this person, this Lawrence Bishnoi. So police is getting a remand. Okay, so same way I'll say that you get registered, the FIR is lodged at different locations, so you will get a remand. Okay, now imagine a situation where the Vikas Dubey has committed a crime in Ujjain. Okay, and now there is also an FIR which is being lodged at Ujjain. So many times what happens that the criminals take benefit of the loopholes in the system. So they commit a crime in XYZ location, they also get themselves under FIR registered in another location, which is very user friendly. Okay, for example, there is a political, what do you call a state which are being ruled by the opposite party. So I commit a crime in Tamil Nadu. I uh, go back to Kerala. I not only, I mean, it's not necessary that I'll commit a crime, but I'll get one FIR registered against me in Kerala. Okay, so the Kerala police will arrest me. Now, for if Tamil Nadu police comes, then the legality gets more complex because now there is one crime and you are here, you are in the jurisdiction, so it's not possible for me to so then in that case the magistrate will see and then he will give the transit remands or the other remands for the police. One concept is the transit remand, then also the police remand otherwise. So I'll deal with all these things in remand, but if there is no FIR registered in the location where this person is arrested, then the police state where this FIR is registered, they have a power. Many times they can involve the local police. There is a chance also, and there is a section in CrPC. I'll just, it's very important for you also. I'll just tell you the sections. No, एक मिनट मुझे दीजिए, सेक्शन में बता देता हूँ. I'll share with you. There is section which says that if it feels that कि accused भाग जाएगा, so आप local police को बिना बताए भी आप उसको arrest कर सकते हैं. Coming to this NDPS Act, NDPS have very different provisions. Okay, इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ NDPS provisions are quite different. And see special laws. अभी फिर ये question बड़ा important आ गया, उठा दिया ब्रिजभूषण ने ना. तो इसीलिए मैं कहता हूँ कि सेक्शन 4 और सेक्शन 5 आप आ जाओ सब लोग. सेक्शन 4 और सेक्शन 5 इसको रीड करना, क्योंकि ये नॉर्मल रीड में लगता है कि नॉर्मल है, बट अब देखो, आई एम रीडिंग. ऑल द ऑफेंसेस अंडर इंडियन पिनल कोड shall be investigated, inquired into, tried and otherwise dealt with according to the provisions hereinafter contained. All offenses under any other law shall be investigated, inquired into, tried and otherwise dealt according to same provision, but subject to में आ जाता है. ठीक है, according to same provisions but subject to any enactment for time being force regulating the manner or a place of investigation, inquiring, trying otherwise dealing with such offenses. ठीक है, तो इसीलिए मैं कहता हूँ जो स्पेशल लॉ है ना, हमेशा कभी भी देखोगे जब कोई स्पेशल लॉ आता है, जैसे एनडीपीएस हुआ, प्रिवेंशन ऑफ करप्शन एक्ट हुआ, एनआईए एक्ट. अब एनआईए एक्ट में जो है या टाडा जो था पहले, या पोटा एक्ट था ना, या ये सारे एक्ट जो है स्पेशल प्रोविजंस में है. तो यहाँ जुरिस्डिक्शन एक तरीके से मिट जाता है अगर देखा जाए, क्योंकि स्पेशल पावर दे दिया जाता है. जैसे अगर यहाँ पे देखोगे एसटीएफ है या कोई और है, इनका जो जुरिस्डिक्शन होता है ना, वो कन्फाइंड नहीं होता है किसी पर्टिकुलर थाना पर. यही मैं एक्सप्लेन करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. कन्फाइनमेंट स्पेशल एक्ट हमेशा देखना चाहिए, तो किस एक्ट में क्या है. ठीक है, जैसे मैंने पीसी एक्ट का एग्जांपल बताया, एनडीपीएस एक्ट को एक बार देखना पड़ेगा, लेकिन उसमें भी वही प्रोविजन होगा. जैसे एसीबी की टीम है, अब एसीबी की टीम है तो उसका जुरिस्डिक्शन जो है वो पूरा यूपी हो जाता है. लोकायुक्त पुलिस जहां जहां है उनके देखोगे, यूपी में यू डोंट हैव अ लोकायुक्त पुलिस. सेम वे, सो जुरिस्डिक्शन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और जुरिस्डिक्शन जो होता है लॉ के हिसाब से होते हैं. स्पेशल लॉज आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर आप देखोगे ना, कोई भी क्राइम हो रहा है तो वहाँ पे स्पेशल लॉ, इंडियन पिनल कोड, दोनों साथ में लगाए जाते हैं. बट स्पेशल लॉज के प्रोविजन हमेशा प्रिवेल करेंगे. मेरा पॉइंट समझ रहे हो? फॉर एग्जाम्पल जैसे एनडीपीएस में है, तो एनडीपीएस में जो तलाशी लेनी होती है, दैट हैज टू बी इन द कमिटेड इन द फ्रंट ऑफ एग्जीक्यूटिव मजिस्ट्रेट अनटिल अनलेस ही मेक्स एन स्टेटमेंट. जो रटा रटाया स्टेटमेंट होता है, सब लोग लिख डालते हैं कि भाई मुझे आप पर पूरा विश्वास है, आप तलाशी ले लो. एनडीपीएस प्रोविजंस आल्सो सेज दैट बिफोर यू मेक अ सर्च, हाँ, पुलिस ऑफिसर को अपना तलाशी दिखानी होगी कि देखो मेरे पास कुछ नहीं है. मेरा पॉइंट समझ रहे हो मैं क्या कह रहा हूँ?
ये सर अक्यूज ही उनका सर वो सर्च करेगा सर.
हाँ, तो वो कोई सर्च होती तो है नहीं, लेकिन अगर उस प्रोविजंस को तुम लिखोगे नहीं तो ये ग्राउंड बन जाता है एक्विटल का. सो इसलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ कि एज अ लॉयर, एज अ स्टूडेंट आल्सो, व्हेन यू सी द बिकॉज कंप्लेनेंट एंड एफआईआर, तो सबसे पहले तो सेक्शंस देखो. सेक्शंस देखने के बाद में देखो स्पेशल लॉ है कि नहीं है. स्पेशल लॉ के जो प्रोविजंस हो गए हमेशा सीआरपीसी को ओवरराइड करेंगे. ठीक है, ये मैं कहना चाहता हूँ। तो ये एनडीपीएस हो या एनआई एक्ट हो, सारे क्रिमिनल नेचर के हैं, बट सीआरपीसी के बहुत से प्रोविजंस रहेंगे और बहुत से प्रोविजंस चले जाएंगे। जैसे पहले टाटा के में होता था कन्फेशन बिफोर डीवाईएसपी रैंक ऑफिसर इज ऑल्सो एडमिसिबल। कस्टम्स में भी कन्फेशंस, जहाँ तक मुझे याद है, पुलिस ऑफिसर्स के एडमिसिबल हो जाते हैं। सो दोज थिंग्स यू शुड ऑलवेज कीप इन माइंड। ठीक है,
Okay, sir.
सो एनीबॉडी हैज अ क्वेश्चन? ये इंपॉर्टेंट है क्योंकि हम लोग ये चीज पर डिस्कस करेंगे ना, कॉन्सेप्ट बहुत क्लियर हो जाएंगे। इसलिए मैं सेक्शन 4 इज आल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, सेक्शन 4 एंड 5। मैं वो भी सेक्शन एक सेकंड, एक सेक्शन में आपको वो भी बता दूंगा जिसमें जो अरेस्ट के बारे में बात हो रही है। जैसे मैं बोला कि कहाँ तक परसूट कर सकता है, कहाँ तक जा सकता है, तो वो भी एक इम्पोर्टेंट है। जैसे लास्ट टाइम हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया था कि भाई हम इनका मेडिकल क्यों कराते हैं, ठीक है। तो वो सारी चीजें जो है ना, इसलिए नहीं लिखी गई हैं कि लिख लिख दिया है, बट सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट ये है कि ये चीजें जो लिखी गई हैं ना, वो इनके हमारे बेनिफिट के लिए गई हैं, और सारी चीजों में कोई ना कोई लॉजिक जरूर रहा है। सो so we have gone through this thing, and then of course I have talked about the public prosecutor last time. Okay, so we have also talked about the magistrate court. अच्छा, क्या होता है जनरली फॉर द स्टूडेंट स्पेशली द एलएलबी, हम लोग को समझ में नहीं आता। हम लोग बोलते हैं कोर्ट है, कोर्ट में चल रहा है केस, डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट में। तो डिस्ट्रिक्ट में एक बात जान लेना कि सीआरपीसी में बहुत से ऐसे प्रोविजंस है विच आर वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द मजिस्ट्रेट कोर्ट एंड द सेशन कोर्ट। ओके, सो वन थिंग यू शुड ऑलवेज कीप इन माइंड कि प्रोसीडिंग्स कहाँ चल रही है, ठीक है। तो सेशन कोर्ट में चल रही है, आपकी चल रही है ट्रायल कोर्ट में, सॉरी मजिस्ट्रेट कोर्ट में। So and another thing we have talked about the non-cognizable offense। और लास्ट टाइम हम लोगों ने क्वेश्चन भी शायद ह्यूमन ने पूछा था कि भाई अगर हम हेल्प नहीं करते तो हमारे पर क्या कार्रवाई हो सकती है। हमने बात की थी 187 में जो है आपके ऊपर पुलिस ऑफिसर्स कार्रवाई कर सकता है अगर अगर कोई चीज नहीं कर रहे हैं। और फिर सो देयर आर टू इम्पोर्टेंट सेक्शन वी शुड ऑलवेज कीप इन माइंड। सेक्शन नंबर 39 सीआरपीसी विच इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, ठीक है। When you have a time, try to read section 39 of CRPC, which also talks about public to give information in certain offenses। आपके ऊपर एक मॉरल ड्यूटी बन जाती है, हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया था। नहीं करते हैं तो उसके लिए प्रोविजंस आप देख सकते हो 176 और ये 202, ये भी बड़े इंपॉर्टेंट है, ठीक है। तो ये दोनों चीजें जरूर आप रिवाइज कर लेना। अच्छा, एक इम्पॉर्टेंट टर्म है सेक्शन 37 में भी बात हमने रिवाइज की थी, तो आप बात कर रहे थे ना कि अगर वो सेक्शन भी पढ़ेंगे तो सेक्शन ये कहता है एवरी पर्सन इज बाउंड टू असिस्ट अ मजिस्ट्रेट और अ पुलिस ऑफिसर। अच्छा, यहाँ पे जैसे मैंने कहा है ना, यहाँ पे अरेस्ट की बात हो रही, तो मजिस्ट्रेट एंड पुलिस ऑफिसर, वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट अ सेशन जज। ओके, और हेलो, एक मिनट के लिए यार, एक मिनट करना, एक मिनट। बलराज, बलराज, हेलो, हेलो,
यस सर।
बलराज एक नया वो दे सकते हो या भी एक्सपायर करेगा?
यस सर, ओके सर, मैं जनरेट करता हूँ।
एक लिंक भेज देते हैं और फिर हम लोग सब फिर ज्वाइन करेंगे।
ठीक सर, ओके सर।